Welcome back. Since it began in 2007, RBC Desi Fest has come a long way. This year, it will kick off South Asian Heritage Month in Ottawa, Ontario on Monday, May the 4th, and move on to Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. It's an all-day festival celebrating the best in South Asian music. You'll get contemporary Indo-jazz fusion, global beats, and cutting-edge DJs from Canada's South Asian music scene. And it's completely free. What more can you ask for? We have in studio two people without whom none of this would be possible, founder Satish Bala, and an artist we're really glad to have in studio on the show for the first time, the one and only Raghav. Welcome to the studio, guys.
Thanks.
So exciting times. While the weather gets nice in the city of Toronto, people start to get excited about RBC Desi Fest. Satish, 3 years now? 3 years deep?
It's our third year.
Tell us some of the excitement that's gone on in the planning stages for this year's Desi Fest.
This year's even more exciting because we get to go back to Vancouver. We've now added Ottawa to the lineup. But what's great is we spread the timeline apart. And so last year everything ended in May. This year we're kind of kicking off early May, closing out South Asian Heritage Month at Yonge and Dundas Square, our favorite home. And then we're going to Montreal in June, and then closing off the show in July this year at Vancouver. So it's a phenomenal summer program, music across the country, and our artist lineup is getting more and more urban and more fusion. So it's great to see all the talent that's coming out of the woodwork that we've always wanted to from our first year.
And speaking of some of the talent, Raghav, it is a pleasure to have you. We've profiled your work, and we've seen you come up from your Calgary days and sort of spread your wings and fly. Welcome back to Canada.
Thank you.
I don't even want to get into the journey yet because we'll get into the profile stuff, but I do want to ask, what's it like as an artist now to come back home and perform for an outdoor crowd?
I've only ever done one outdoor performance in Canada. It was tremendous. In terms of, there's a lot of love, and I think if there are a lot of people, I mean, Toronto's a little different because there's always been such a massive community.
Right.
But those of us that grew up in Calgary or other towns in Canada, there hasn't always been that kind of, I mean, we were just discussing off air, that kind of support for these kind of festivals. And there's such an immense pride in where we've come from even 10 years ago that it's pretty cool. And to come back and see that. The first time we went back to Calgary, we did the Corral, which is right across the Saddle Dome, and there was like 8,000 people in there. And it's pretty intense, I mean, compared to what we used to have, I mean, when my parents first moved there. So it's a tremendous sense of pride in terms of the growth of our community and establishing, as RBC Desi Fest has, kind of a new level and a new standard in entertainment for our community.
And it's also going to be a great chance for people to see some of your newer tracks from the newer album and stuff, and also, you know, to show your live vibe. Is your live vibe consistent of more than just you, or do you have backup? Are you backed up by a DJ? What's going to be the setup for you at RBC Desi Fest?
Well, the first solo single I had was called Can't Get Enough, and Iceberg Slim, he's probably one of the top rappers in the history of the UK. Right. He travels with me everywhere. And we travel with musicians, and obviously we do have a DJ, and you know, we've done. I mean, the first time we did Toronto, we did it with like a 27-piece orchestra. Wow. So ideally, you know, maybe next year we'd get to do something like that. That'd be a lot of fun. But people that are going to come out definitely going to get to see, obviously, the brand new tracks off the album, and Slim, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Cool. Satish, I know that we'll get to a lot of the questions associated with the other artists, but I do want to ask now, bringing this vibe from Toronto to Ottawa, Vancouver, Montreal, what are the differences or similarities you're noticing with the crowds there?
Oh, it's really cool. I find that even though it's a celebration of South Asian Heritage Month and whatnot, the crowd is just so multicultural. It's wonderful to see. Anybody who goes to our website to check out some of the pictures, it is really a representation of what today's country looks like. And so that's phenomenal that everybody's jamming to the same beats. Right. In terms of the music itself, it's fairly similar as far as the actual music content, but what we love is in Vancouver, bands doing the same tracks live, and then in Toronto, you got that MC with that swagger that we have here, and the Montreal's got some similarities with that kind of a style also. So the musical format is really different, but the music in general that brings everybody together is still that same really cool, fun dance music.
And in the last 3 years alone, well, let's say the last decade, you followed the Canadian music scene, the Desi music scene. You're a music guy at heart. What have you seen evolve from the people who want to participate? You know, how have you seen the music scene sort of evolve from the people who want to participate? Are we going from people who are doing more traditional type music, or is it full gamut?
I think it's a bit of both. I think what the Desi Fest platform has done now is created an opportunity for people that are focused on fusion music to have a focused outlet.
Right.
So that's really been our call to action with this entire project, that, you know, if you are taking the traditional music and you are adding your influences, whether it's hip-hop, R&B, rock, reggae, pop, we now have a platform dedicated to showcasing that. And then in between those, we still sprinkle the traditional stuff so that people can appreciate both the original and the remix all in a 12-hour show.
Sounds like 12 hours of nonstop action, right?
Non-stop. And last year, you know, the capacity was hitting around 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
and
no,
we stayed right through till 11, even in the rain. So.
And it's great energy, and most importantly, it's free, so people do have that option of you know, checking in and doing their thing.
No, absolutely.
Raghav, I know that from Toronto at the end of May, will you be doing other dates in Canada, or will you be concentrating as this being your mainstay?
I won't be doing any more Desi Fest dates this year, but I'll hope to next year. They're thinking of going to Calgary next year.
Right.
So I was already nudging them to hopefully get me to go back home. And people can always be updated on my tour dates at the website at raghav.com and stuff. So there's a lot of dates. We're doing a lot of stuff in Africa and in Asia, and so a few other dates in North America in May and June.
Wow. Okay. Now we are going to have much more with Raghav in a future episode. We'll have a one-on-one with him to give you guys more flavor of his phenomenal career so far, and of course we're going to be highlighting some of the things that you can expect from Desi Fest as well. But right now I'm going to say goodbye to you guys officially on camera. Satish, remind us the dates once again very quickly for Desi Fest and the website.
The Toronto show is May 30th. The Vancouver show is July 27th, and July 25th. Our Montreal date is June 27th.
June, July, May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they go to rbcdaisyfest.com,
perfect.
Everything is there with pictures and music and lots of cool stuff.
Okay, great. Well, congratulations once again, or pre-congratulations.
Thank you.
And we look forward to being there and helping you participate as well. So it's a good chance for us to meet some of our Omni viewers as well. But yeah, we look forward to it. It's going to be a fun time. And Raghav, we'll have you back in studio very soon to chat with you about both Desi Fest and the career so far.
Let's do it.
Bollywood Boulevard continues with Geethika after the break. Here now, a special montage of RBC 2008 Desi Fest with music by Chris Gosling.